This foot is hiding a secret that is more graphic than almost any video I've shown you in the last few years. So if that's not your thing, then please don't continue watching. You're watching the Hoof GP and a very bloody and sore cow's foot.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
So in this video we are rewinding just 1 week to when Craigie Boy and cameraman Graham were out on their own. I was fortunate enough to be celebrating my 10-year wedding anniversary overseas in the Maldives with my gorgeous wife Ashley. As you can see, these guys were set up just outside of a shed, and this cow was giving Craigie Boy some real strife trying to get her into the crush. These cattle can weigh upwards of 400 kilograms, so when they want to be stubborn and need to be pushed, it's seriously a stressful job. Anyway, in she goes and up she goes, before getting her feet lifted into the air so that Craigie Boy can have a look at the task ahead of him.
See, taking a look at this foot, I can't actually see anything wrong with it. I could start trimming away and find something, but right now it looks perfectly fine. And as for the other foot, it looks also really good. Right, let's start trimming and see if we find anything.
So as you'll hopefully have noticed from that little sound clip there, they are trimming outside and there's a lot of wind noise, so I'm going to voice over the vast majority of this video. Craig is right though, these 2 feet look to be in reasonably good condition, but we all know that she is lame on one of them, and it's most likely that she's lame on this one because she's putting more of her weight through her back right foot, meaning she's avoiding putting this one on the ground fully because obviously it's hurting. But as you can also see, nothing obvious is transpiring very quickly at all. That outer or far away claw is much bigger than the inner claw, so it stands to reason there's something going on there.
Thinking this could be a problem, but I'll deal with everything else first, then address this. So I'll just model out. See how nice and sharp these knives are. That was me. Nice big models. Just remove that because I can't get into that little slither right there of loose horn. Just make sure that's nothing. Alright, that's nothing. Just want to clear that little edge. It's not so sharp.
Craig is spot on here. He's ignoring the problem, balancing the feet out first and modelling out before looking for the issue.
Okay, I don't see anything here, so I will have a look here.
To me, Craig is absolutely bang on. These black cracks within the white line are clearly where the problem is, and we're all just about to find out, very visually, the true extent of this issue.
Oh, look at that.
A pus-filled abscess has formed underneath the outer layers of hoof horn.
Oh, was not expecting that.
With a cow in as much pain as this girl is, this is exactly what you want to see. A very definitive answer to what the issue is, and a clear sign that there's something we can do about it to make her more comfortable. Craig is reducing the overall size and thickness of the outer layers of hoof horn, so that when it comes to working with the knife, he's able to do it much more accurately because he doesn't need to use as much power to remove thin layers of hoof horn.
This knife's skipping a little bit. This knife is not as sharp as the other.
As hoof trimmers, we are constantly trying to read the hoof that we're trimming, and because of the amount of fluid that came out of that hole, Craig knows there is a very large cavity hidden underneath these outer layers. And that cavity is starting to be revealed. Now, during the very introduction to this video, I said that this video was a bloody mess and one of the most graphic trims that I've shown on this channel, and that is about to come to fruition. As you can see, Craig has not cut into any live tissue, but the very act of removing these overburdening layers of hoof horn has revealed that bloody mess. He's going to be as careful as he possibly can in flicking his knife underneath the detached hoof horn and peeling away those outer layers, but inevitably he is unveiling raw and open tissue, and and with that, blood. Craig is struggling to access the axial wall, the one that runs down between the two digits, so he uses an old mixing tip to separate the two digits and work on this individual claw without being hampered by the other one. As you can see, this cavity is seriously extensive, and by the end of this video, it's going to look a lot worse than it currently does. He needs to remove this overburdening hoof horn. If he doesn't, it's simply a place to harbour bacteria, dirt and manure, so every bit of it needs to come off. What we're all seeing on our screens right now is fully exposed corium. Within the hoof capsule itself, you have the corium, which lies directly above the hoof horn that we can see on the base of a cow's hoof. That corium is now fully exposed. It looks raggedy and pitted because bacteria is attacking it in different levels within different areas of that corium. Craig is using the grinder to vastly reduce the thickness in the toe area of this foot because he's struggling to remove it with the knife alone. And as he does this, we can see that the cavity reaches all the way down to the tip of this cow's toe. He is doing a fantastic job. Yes, there is blood, but that blood is not from any part that he has cut open himself. He's even making sure that he reduces and removes every shred of detached hoof horn, like he's doing it right now. If he were to leave that, it would hamper the cow's ability to regrow hoof horn in a perfect way. The hoof horn would be compromised, and this problem would just happen all over again. Now he's going up into the axial wall area of the hoof, making sure that these cracks don't have the inclination to keep cracking and extend even further up into the foot.
That is about as far as I can go with that. I'm going to bandage it up, block on here, and that'll about do it. And hopefully we'll see it again next time, and hopefully we'll see a dramatic improvement. I'm positive we will have, because it can't be any worse. But yeah, so let's get us bandaged up.
I personally, for one, can't wait to see the revisit on this cow. Mark, the guy who works at this farm, is fantastic at representing tough cases like this for us. It's also a fantastic learning curve for people like Craig. It incites confidence if you've done a good job, and you can learn from your mistakes if you haven't perhaps done a perfectly executed trim. Craig is wrapping her entire hoof up with iodine and salicylic acid in an effort to kill off those outer layers of dermis so that new, clean, fresh and healthy hoof horn can form. This is an exciting part for Craig because he gets to see whether or not the cow can put any weight through that foot now. And as it would happen, she most certainly can. She is not walking perfectly, but she is bearing weight through that good digit because of those blocks, and I'm confident that when we return to see this cow's foot, there will be huge improvements.
Let's get in the crush and have a look and see what's going on. This is Craig Boy TV. Oh, no, sorry, this is the Graham. No, wrong again. This is the Hoof GP. No, sorry, I'll do that again. This is Craig Boy TV. No, sorry. This is the Hoof GP.
You got to do a gal laugh.
Don't laugh.
Right, wait.
This is Craig Boy TV. No, sorry. This is the Hoof GP.